million hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Happy Thursday, Hail Stalkers. Lead meteorologist Sean Choquette here with our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast on this Thursday afternoon. And this is sponsored by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. And as always, check out both of their pages in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. Talking about how we didn't have much of a chance for hail for today. Yesterday, well, it looks like some things might have turned around. A couple boundaries may have set up. We'll talk about that in just a second. Our app and our website are up and working and running. I know we had a couple little hiccups the past couple days, but everything's running smoothly now. And if you still need some guidance, some training to get yourself well acquainted with all the changes we've made so far this year and continue to make, you can call us, set up a training. We'll be happy to walk you through any issues you may be having and get you well versed with everything when that big hailstorm hopefully comes to your neighborhood. So here's your forecast for today. We're looking at a chance for some pretty big hail, possibly if any big time storms happen across southern sections of Texas and near the Rio Grande. I'm thinking anywhere around Laredo, for example, has the highest chance, 15%. I think quite a few storms are going to form in the high plains section, the higher terrain of Mexico off the mountains, and roll across the river there. And it's very possible that Laredo or Eagle Pass or where's Del Rio? I think over here somewhere. So Eagle Pass, Laredo, and maybe even further south towards McAllen all have a chance of seeing some big storms. Any storm that can get going, of course, have up to baseball-size hail, maybe even bigger if they can stay isolated for a while. Now, there's storms that form in the east. Looks like we're going to also see storms try to form off a boundary layer that's roughly right around where my hand's at, kind of somewhere in here. It looks like these storms will form probably later this afternoon and evening after about 5 o'clock or so. And any of those storms could also have up to 2-inch hail with them, or if they are able to stay isolated long enough, even bigger hail than that. And that puts Houston at risk. I give them a 10% chance for hail. I know everyone in Houston has had a little bit of frustration the past couple of years. There hasn't been a lot going on, but it looks like there is that chance you could see some storms there. I have a 5% chance for Corpus Christi as well in the event that these storms can still produce hail as they approach the coast. But I think your best bet in Corpus Christi is if storms form in the center of southern Texas and move your way versus in Mexico. Also 10% chance for San Antonio. Similar story to Houston, just storms may form kind of close to you, but much better chance at much larger hail in the San Antonio area just because of the level of instability that is there across San Antonio. So again, chance for storms across southern Texas today. Very kind of strange almost for the time of year. It is May 9th and we are talking about storms this far south and it's 50 degrees in Oklahoma City. But you know, hey, that's the weather, things happen. So this is what we're looking at for a future radar. You can see this most recent run, a lot of activity off to the west, and then you see storms all firing off across coastal Texas and then eventually turning into a large line moving off. So basically anywhere where these storms around here form, you could see some big hail with those guys, and that does show up pretty close to the Houston area, so we'll be watching this very carefully. And then of course all this activity crossing the border, and then you even see storms trying to form near San Antonio. So today could be one of those days where it ends up not really being that big of a deal. It's mostly rural, or it all goes into a line quickly, or we could be doing a bunch of live coverage later with some big storms across maybe Houston, San Antonio, Laredo, wherever it may be in Texas. We'll be doing live coverage, of course, if any big hail does occur. So that's what we're looking at for today. A nice little surprise. Tomorrow, it's going to be pretty quiet. I think we're going to have a quiet Friday. Only chance for a couple storms here or there. Pretty weak, maybe up to some $half size hail for your Friday. So it's not a whole lot to get excited about. But again, if today does pan out with something exciting, then of course tomorrow will be a different story. And after that, I think this weekend's going to be fairly quiet as well. No, it's not just weather, John. Something is off, not right. Well, I mean, it's just the weather, unfortunately. Some things are, that's just how the weather rolls. Anyway, so this is what we're looking at for tomorrow. Again, kind of some isolated stuff there. Looking pretty low key for your day on Friday. I don't have a 5-day. I'm trying really hard to get that May forecast out. I know we're 9 days in, but better late than never, I guess. But it's gonna be a little quiet this weekend, and then probably the first part of next week, and then I think we're gonna be rock and rolling for the last 2 weeks of May based on the synoptic features, or the large-scale countrywide features is probably the best looking setup for severe weather in the southern plains and high plains and central plains we've seen in quite a few years. So we may be making up a lot of lost ground for being below average over the next few weeks. So buckle in, and hopefully we'll have something crazy go down. I know a lot of folks want to see hail, especially, and I see it in the comments, you want some stuff outside of Texas. I know Kansas City, you're also kind of on the same boat as Houston of just desperately wanting something to happen, along with all the other cities further north that I think it's snowing in Minnesota again. Yeah, you can't pay me enough to live there. So anyway, all right. So make sure you follow us here on Facebook. Yes, the jet stream did end up in Canada. That was unfortunate. This time around, we're not going to be dealing with that. Anyway, we'll have full details about that in a May forecast that I likely will have tomorrow. So anyway, hit see first. So you can come yell at me if I'm wrong and I don't get a chance to do that tomorrow. And of course, call us, email us, or visit our website at hailtrace.com with any comments, questions, or concerns you may have. And of course, follow us on Instagram as well. We do post on there when we get the chance to. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Do those hail dances, cross those fingers, and hope that maybe we'll be back for some live coverage for some big storms later in a couple big cities in Texas. Fingers crossed. Maybe that would be Houston, or even Laredo would be fine. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If not, I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. if there is no live coverage to be had later on. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everybody.